Hi Taurus, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Okay, very interesting topic. So I'm getting something about food here, Taurus. So something to keep in mind if you believe in energy and energy work, and I'm sure to some extent you do, otherwise what are you doing here? If you go somewhere and you eat food and you recognize that like later on part of your body starts to feel weird, or you feel uncomfortable, or you're getting like aches and pains that are abnormal, or something is exacerbated, it's important to like pay attention where that food is coming from, also who is preparing the food too, because when people prepare food, like their energy, their vibrations are going into the food, if you subscribe to that belief. And so something to be mindful of, something to be aware of. Maybe somebody had a situation recently, or you're going to something soon. I mean, especially as the weather changes, like picnics and things like that are becoming more popular. So yeah, be mindful of that. It feels kind of specific, but yeah, this is coming to mind. Very, very interesting. This is the same with energy. Like, it doesn't have to be with food. It's like if you're in if you're like within your own energy, like feeling at your baseline mood, whatever that is for you specifically, and you go somewhere and you're around certain people and you walk away and you feel like you're taking on I'm hearing something about your mood taking on a life of its own. It's like maybe you're also adopting like energy from the people that you had been with. This is also something to pay attention to as well. Like, pay attention to how you're feeling when you leave certain situations, conversations with people, and remind yourself to release any energy that is not yours. If you feel like something is dragging you down, that can even be just taking a moment and inhaling and exhaling and allowing the energy to leave. It doesn't need to be a big thing that you do, but just like little mindfulness practices like this. Seeing some stress that we're feeling intuitively. This can even be about an invitation to something. Okay. Putting the pieces together mentally, there may be something that you want, but intuitively you kind of know that you'd be stressed out by this thing. Which is interesting because it's like there's this stress here, but it's tied to something that you want or something that you're wishing for. Maybe this is about rebalancing and like gaining a wider perspective and being like, is this something that's in alignment for me? Is it not in alignment for me? I'm seeing something related potentially to a job or a masculine figure. This can be related to finances as well, the home too. I'm seeing you taking a break from something that you had been doing. For some of you, this can be taking a break from work even. I'm getting something about the weekend, time off. Maybe you are feeling stressed out and you feel like you need a little bit of a break too. I'm getting something about keeping the peace here. There may be something that comes around or comes to life or is brought to your attention that you could speak up about, but you're recognizing that you may not want to take the opportunity to do this. It's like something that maybe like some type of business maybe you don't want to get involved in, or like somebody's business you don't want to get involved in. It feels kind of like you're looking in on something, like maybe even someone's relationship or marriage. I'm getting something like that here. And it's like I'm seeing you be guided to just like to be in the energy of the King of Cups. So this would be like do not react emotionally. This is you being cool, calm, and collected. Not having much to say either. It's like this is a situation that you're observing that you may want to be more of an ear that is listening rather than a voice that is speaking here. Because I'm seeing like you may even have the opportunity to have a conversation about something, but I'm seeing you be guided not to participate, not to partake in this. It's like the only way you're meant to be speaking up about this is from like a very grounded place, and one that doesn't really have much of an opinion is what I'm getting. Like maybe somebody wants to involve you in something, or again you have the opportunity to involve yourself in something, but you may even recognize partly that it's like not necessarily your business to get involved in this. I'm seeing this be like a tempting opportunity, maybe, but it's something that would be more of an issue if you got involved in, is what I'm getting. Like in the long run. Because I was seeing the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and the Seven of Swords can be tempting sometimes to get involved in something, but then it kind of snowballs. Yeah, I'm seeing you walk away from something. Something that you recognize is not going to allow you the type of fulfillment you're looking for. It's like maybe some sort of empty situation or conversation that you're walking away from. I'm seeing this be related to a tower. It's like your choice to walk away from something that doesn't really do it for you actually brings you to a very surprising moment even. I'm seeing this be related also to something new that's manifesting for you. For whatever reason, this thing that's happening is unexpected, and I'm seeing the catalyst be a movement that you consciously choose. It's like something that you deliberately decide to do leads to a tower. As I said before, I'm seeing this be a good thing. It's like something that you were hoping for, but it's something new as well. For some of you, this is even you connecting with someone, having a new opportunity to connect with someone. I'm seeing disappointment or regret that is related to love, some type of experience. That also looks like that's what this stress is related to. It's like some situation that became stressful or overwhelming in some way. Maybe you also feel like some heaviness when it comes to maybe even grief that you're experiencing related to love. This can even be about a person in particular that you had been seeing. For some of you, you could have been with someone and you feel like there were too many people involved. It like became bigger than just you and that person that you were with, and it was something that you opted out of because it got too busy. I'm seeing the Three of Cups here. So as much as this can be a reunion with someone, this can also mean too that there was like a third party involved potentially even. But put the energy where it plays for you specifically. It feels like things are going to be turning around for you with the Five of Cups leading into the Ace of Cups. It seems like there's some sort of turnaround. So it's like once you move beyond whatever like grief or disappointment or regret this was that you had, I'm seeing like love be on the other side of it. I'm seeing like some sort of celebration or gathering even, and I am seeing a message coming through with the Knight of Cups here. It seems like it comes through after you had been taking a break already. So I'm seeing you be like in a pretty grounded place when this message comes through for you. And I'm seeing that it is related to, I keep hearing this for someone. There's a wedding that you're getting invited to. Let's check back into the reading though. There's a message coming through. It's like somebody may even want to get together. You may be invited somewhere and like you're seeing someone at some type of event that you're attending. There you are, Taurus. It looks like you're getting direct help from Spirit and your guides here with something. This is it. Look at that. Yeah, something is coming to an end and you feel guided to do this as well. Like I'm seeing something specifically ending because it's not like in alignment. And I'm seeing Spirit guiding you to call this out, this ending, and to not take an offer from this person that's coming through. I'm seeing this kind of be linked to the Knight of Cups over here. It's like someone's coming through and wanting something from you, but like you standing within your like morals and values and doing something in alignment with like your personal code, that's what helps you in this situation. Spirit's telling you like don't be reactive, be grounded like when you have this conversation, and also be very blunt and very clear about the ending and that you're not taking the offer from this person, because right after that happens, I'm seeing that's when the Ace of Pentacles comes through. So it's like that's when your new beginning comes through, and it's like something that you actually want, and you made this possible because you left something, you walked away from something that you were like, this is not fulfilling to me, because you wanted like more, you wanted to be treated differently, or something just like wasn't like all that it was cracked up to be. But because you're being honest about that, I'm seeing you leave and be like, well, I don't know what's going to happen if I leave, but I know that I don't want to stay here. And because you're doing that, that's where the Tower comes in. So it's like something surprising that happens. If you were feeling like you were in more of a stagnant energy before, I'm seeing things really pick up for you and like gain a whole element of like passion and attraction, whatever it is, whether this is like someone that you're starting to get involved with, because I'm seeing this can be a person just as much as this can be like a project, something that you're working on, something that you're creating, like also with the magician here too. It's like you could be collaborating with someone on something that you feel very excited about. This can be a relationship, but this can also be something that you're working on, something that you're doing, something that you're even getting paid for. Potentially, I'm seeing this again be a big surprise. It's like whatever this stuff is that you're walking away from that consists of like stress and regret and like sadness and all of this stuff. It's like emotionally, once you work through that and you're like, you know what, I don't want to be here anymore, I'm seeing you walk away, and immediately it's like this tower happens, and all of a sudden it feels like just flowers blooming and like passion coming about for whatever this is. So it feels like something very excited and something that you're behind the creation of and something that you feel very much a part of. I'm seeing like communication, I'm seeing action happening. A lot of big feelings too that are bubbling to the surface. It feels very fiery. And it feels too like there could be people involved in this as well. It's like either like you working with a group of people or with one other person here. And something that you feel is of balance for you. It's like something that feels like a situation that you definitely want to be a part of. Yeah, I'm seeing you finally move on from something that you hadn't, finally deciding to move on from something that you may have been like holding off on moving on from this, but it seems like you're finally ready to do that. I'm seeing justice here too. It's like you may feel like it's right for this situation finally for you to move on, and not just that you have to move on, but also that boundaries need to be set as well. It's like something could have happened and you're just at the point now where you're like, you know what, I'm cool with setting boundaries even if it's not like my go-to or not something that I necessarily feel super comfortable with, but I know I have to do this for myself. Because you may feel like by not setting boundaries that like you may be like not showing up for yourself in some type of way so that it's actually necessary. You could have also been staying in a situation too and doing it for like reasons of like commitment or responsibility and things like that, and it got to a point where you're like, you know what, I'm not even doing this for myself anymore. Like, why do I feel like I need to keep doing this, or why do I feel like I need to stay here when it's not something that like truly speaks to me? So this feels like too analyzing as well the intention space and creating the distance that you need from a situation. Yeah, what I'm seeing here is that the procrastination energy could be like part of your shadow here, because it's like, well, if I'm just complacent or I don't take action, you know, like things are going to happen anyway, or like the world is going to continue turning, so maybe I'll just see what happens. This feels very much like a more stagnant energy of your shadow being like, well, if I don't take action, things are going to happen anyway, you know, and like being more passive in that way. But you may recognize that you have to take like a more active role in this situation, and that's actually kind of like the test for you that you're going through right now, Taurus. So it's like rather than allowing things to happen, this comes down to you making some important decisions for yourself and taking action. And I'm seeing it lead to something very exciting for you. This is about you standing up for yourself too. Okay, we're going to leave it here. I'd like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.